Hi, everyone. It is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about why I keep away from borrow guilds. Now, some folks might say, "Oh, what's a borrow guild? A credit union?" But those are Frenchish borrowed words. The English word would be borrow guild, since you're borrowing gald that you don't have, and borrowing mean you're giving back, so you're yielding back though. You know why? Because no need what they might need to say in their showings or what they might tell you. You know that you know that it's always this is always a big deal when you get to yield back. Oh, so you borrowed out something that was only $35. Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to be yielding back. Well, oh, don't tell me. Because I only borrowed out something that was $35. Now, how are you going to say it was $36? You going to say that was income toll that you had to take out? Yeah. Oh, wonderful. See, that's where I'm get. So that's where you want. See, that's why I think you borrowed guilds like to fuck with folks. Now, how am I going to yield? But I only going to yield you back what I borrowed, not what you think I borrowed. We're all the same. No need which one you go to. We all behave the same way. Yeah. Other words, make me. Other words, lie to me and tell me this is how much that I'm going to yield to you when I know how much I borrowed. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make up the 36 because I didn't borrow out 36. If I borrowed out 35, yeah, then I'll yield it back in months. But don't be bullshitting and raising it up and saying that I borrowed something more out than I did for income toll or not. Or whatever you borrow guilds come up with when you like to fuck with folks. Well, who says we do? Oh, yeah, it's more like a handicap for even borrowing anything from you to begin with. Yeah, well, it's all the same way with us. You know, our showings might say one thing, but the dealing with us is something else. Is always the other way around. Yeah, and a lot of folks have a love and hate kinship with their borrowed guild or guilds, or they got more than one. Like, oh well, if I need to buy something and I don't have geld on me, cool. But then they go, oh shit, they're gonna handicap me for borrowing from them in the first stead. So yeah, who would ever say it's a handicap? Yeah, when you start shifting how much you think I borrowed, when I borrowed out something that was 35, and you're gonna say it's 36 because that was sales toll. Why don't you say that 35 was sales toll and we can go down from there? But then again, it's a losing fight, isn't it? Yeah, why not? And that's why I don't really like dealing with you borrow guilds. I spent most of my life not understanding how it worked. But here's the dumb thing. Oh, well, to have a borrowing reckoning or yesteryear with any boundary or loan guild or borrow guild, you gotta start borrowing out. Then you gotta start yielding back. Yeah, and the only way I got on here was because someone already had a loaning or borrowing yesteryear to their name. What's up with that? What is it with, oh, you need to start a borrowing or a yielding reckoning? But the only way you can do that is be on someone who has that yesteryear. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, it does stink, you know. You wish that we would just take on folks that, you know, and say, alright, you're one of our buyers now, you're one of our shoppers now. We hope that one day you borrow out from us and yield it back so you can start your yielding yesteryear with us. Yeah. So I guess it might be I think it might be a long time before I start borrowing out from you again. Why would you say that for? Oh, why say that? Because I don't want to go on the idea that I borrowed out something which say was 35 and you're going to say it's 36 and say that's sales toll. Well, no, take out the 35, there's the sales toll, and I just yield you back the rest that goes beyond that. Yeah, I guess we could do that. And be earnest with folks. Don't say one thing in your showings and say one thing when you buy the business, and then say something else when yielding time comes along. Well, the truth is, a lot of folks seem to think that we don't give you a yield time. We do. We do. We don't really do it, but you see a lot of folks like to fuck around with us and, not yield back what they borrowed and stuff. Oh yeah, handicap me because some other folks are guilty of that behavior. Well, I'm not guilty of that behavior, so don't put me in the same boat or ship with these folks. Thank God it's not a loan, because then I'd have to work with it. Yeah, that's true. We can't make you borrow from us unless you don't want to. Yeah, that's the only time I'm answerable to yield back what I borrowed out from you. As that I hope that it was 35, so when I get the bill next month, time to yield, it better be 35, because if you're making some bullshit that it was higher than that, me and you are going to have a bind, like we are right now. 35 was a sales toll. Take out that. There's the sale. Take out the income toll. That's 35. That just makes me yielding you back to I'm down to nothing, which will take many months. Yeah. My dealing with a borrowed guild, whatever their names are. Some borrowed guilds happen to be their own business. Others happen to be teams of boundaries. Whatever they are, they all tend to behave almost the same way. Now, each one of them might say cool things on their showings, which is probably true, but I don't know if any borrowed guild out there are in the business of lying about how much you borrowed out and then saying, well, oh, it's 35. Well, we're going to say it's 36 because we had to take out for income toll, which I guess they have to. But that would be bullshit to make you yield more than what you owe or what you can truly yield back to them. Well, let me know if you ever had that by any of your borrowed guilds, whatever their name is. So that's all the time I got. If you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film I made yesterday over here. Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye.